Well, what seems to be an ideal that our public sector clients strive for continuously would be to balance the pillars of cost, speed, and security. And at the center of it all, it kind of revolves around data. Data is, it's so central to everything. So much depends on it. It's also a commodity, but it's a cost and it's also a risk. So at Delphix, we understand that contradiction, and we've come up with a solution that harmonizes those seemingly at odd factors. What Delphix does is we offer a software that unlocks the potential of your data. It will discover and mask any sensitive PII found within your data sources, and it will transform it so that it's fictitious but realistic data. It transforms it so that it does so across all your different data sources with consistency and maintaining referential integrity. And it preserves the usability of that data because it's transformed in a realistic manner. And then secondly, we automate the delivery of data to the teams and the people who need it with data virtualization technology. As a side benefit, that data virtualization technology increases the efficiency of that data. It reduces storage costs, and it speeds up application development, testing, UAT, BI, analytics, and so on. Sure. We work with a lot of California state departments and agencies, counties, cities, but I'll share in particular a story with the California State University system. We partnered with Unisys and AWS to enable CSU to offer AI-driven digital experiences to over 500,000 students. Delphix was chosen to be the driving force behind the hybrid cloud migration. And with Delphix, CSU was able to complete that migration much more quickly in about half the time that it normally would take. They were able to reduce their storage costs immensely, and they were able to improve their security posture. With Delphix, CSU today is moving 15 terabytes of data across their 23 campuses daily. So that drives up productivity immensely. Also, as I mentioned, they reduce their storage costs. A figure that we like to kind of just casually throw around is $7.5 million in storage savings annually, just in storage savings. I mean, that doesn't take into account, the cost that it requires to move and manage data. So we come from a heritage of innovation. Our founder doesn't come from a technology background. He was actually a major in English literature. So thinking outside the box and innovating is kind of like a central core tenet. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Avamar. They are a company that kind of founded the data deduplication industry. And then coming from that legacy, he founded Delphix, which kind of pioneered the field of data virtualization, database virtualization, essentially looking for value seams and just going into a value seam and spreading it wide open to create a market. And so that's how we differentiate. The biggest lesson is patience and persistence. All good things require those two things. Events in general are just so important, but this event in particular, it's so high caliber, the people that are attracted to come to this event. It's really important for us as humans just to gather, to connect, to discover, to share ideas. I really feel like people get energized and reinvigorated anytime they're around other people and like-minded individuals. I mean, we're kind of siloed and isolated in our workspaces. And so anytime we can come together as a community, I just think like great ideas are born, great connections and friendships and working relationships form, and it's so important.